Welcome to the Site Supervisors Training for Summer Food Service Program, hosted by Oregon Department of Education. During the school year, many children receive free and reduced price breakfast and lunch through the School Breakfast and National School Lunch Program. What happens when school lets out? Hunger is one of the most severe roadblocks to the learning process. Lack of nutrition during the summer months may set up a cycle for poor performance once school begins again. Hunger also may make children more prone to illness and other health issues. The Summer Food Service Program is designed to fill the nutrition gap and make sure children can get the nutritious meals they need. A smooth run site for the Summer Food Service Program for Children, SFSP, is something that every sponsor and site worker hopes to achieve. Everyone wants an organized, well-supervised program that meets the goal of the SFSP to serve fresh, well-balanced meals that are appetizing to children come rain or shine. Working toward that goal, each site staff uses the same key ingredients: lots of dedication, time, and know-how. The objective of this training is to discuss the following topics: what you can expect from your sponsor, your responsibility as a site supervisor, the meal pattern requirements for the meals you serve, safety rules to keep in mind, official visitors, some do's and don'ts while running your site. Site supervisors play an important role in the Summer Food Service Program. Site supervisors may be assigned the following responsibilities: to serve meals, clean up after meals, ensure safe and sanitary conditions at the site, receive and account for delivered meals, ensure that children eat all meals on site, plan and organize daily site activities, implement alternate food service arrangements during inclement weather, and take accurate meal counts at the point of service. Sponsors are required to arrange pre-operational training sessions for site supervisors. The training should cover the kind of meals, self-preparation or delivered, your site will have, the type of meals your site will serve, breakfast, lunch, snack, and/or supper, the time meals are delivered and served, recognizing and serving a complete meal, and the proper method for counting meals. Record-keeping requirements for your site's food service. Who to call about problems and when and where to call them. Local health and sanitation standards. Local security and safety considerations. And the non-discrimination policy. Now we'll discuss what you must do for your sponsor. Attend the training sessions provided by your sponsor before your site begins its summer food service operation. Someone who has received program training must be present at each site when meals are being served. Order from your sponsor or prepare at your site only the number of meals that you need. Even with the most carefully planned programs, sites occasionally have more meals than they do children to eat the meals. Discuss with your sponsor if seconds may be served and what to do with leftovers if you have ordered or prepared too many meals. Contact your sponsor to change the number of meals delivered if you have many meals left over, or if you do not have enough meals to serve all of the children by the end of the meal period. If you prepare the meals at your site, plan to change the number you prepare to meet the needs of your site. Check with your sponsor to see how many meals will be delivered to your site. Count the number of meals delivered and check them thoroughly each day. Meals delivered should also be counted and checked for good program management. It is important to check food on delivery for proper temperatures. Make sure thermometers are available to check the temperature. Sign only for the number of acceptable meals delivered and write the time of delivery on the receipt. If everything has been delivered correctly, sign the receipt. If the delivery is not correct, do not sign the receipt without clearly writing on the receipt the problems with your site's delivery. You should immediately notify your sponsor of the problem you had that day. Keep a copy of the delivery receipt and meal count records with your daily report. The delivery receipt should identify what meals was delivered, the number of meals delivered, the date and time of delivery, and match the menu for the day the meals were delivered and served. Your sponsor will let you know how and when your receipts and daily meal count forms will be submitted. Count meals at the point of service. This helps to make sure that the meal counts are accurate. At the end of each meal, record on the daily report form provided by the sponsor the number of complete breakfasts, lunch, snacks, or suppers you served as first meals and as second meals. Make sure the meals served meet the meal pattern requirements. Serve one complete meal to each child unless using offer versus serve. Your sponsor also may choose to use offer versus serve or OVS at your site. This means that children do not have to choose every component of the meal that is offered to them. In an OVS meal service, you have to offer a complete meal to each child, but the child can refuse one or more of the components. In a non-offer versus serve meal service, you have to serve the complete meal. Each meal you serve must contain the correct portion of each of the components included in the meal pattern. Serve only one meal to each child during a meal service. After all children receive one complete meal, you may serve a limited number of second meals if permitted by your sponsor. Be sure that children eat the entire meal at the site, unless the sponsor allows one item, either fruit, vegetable, or grain, to be taken off-site. Check with your sponsor to find out if this is allowed. Do not allow parents to eat any portion of the child's meal. Serve meals to children 18 years of age or younger, or people of all ages with physical or mental disabilities who participate in special school programs for the disabled. Never serve spoiled food or incomplete meals to children. Contact your sponsor immediately if you receive spoiled or incomplete meals so that the sponsor can resolve the problem. Allow all children equal access to services and facilities at your site, regardless of race, color, national origin, sex, age, or disability. In a prominent place, display a non-discrimination poster provided by your sponsor. If your site is outdoors, you may want to take the poster back and forth each day or attach it to the cooler or warming units. Make program material provided by your sponsor available to the public upon request. Comply with any guidance provided by the monitors. It is very important that participants understand the rules of Summer Food Service Program. Although signs and posters around the site will help both children and neighborhood adults remember the rules, you should make sure they understand the rules. Before mealtime of your program, take time to talk with the children about the following. Who may eat at the site? Children are under 18 or younger, or others who are physically or mentally disabled and who participate in a special school program for the disabled. When the meal will be served. Where the meals will be served when the weather is bad. What type of meals will be served, and why meals must be eaten at site, unless your sponsor allows one item, either a fruit, vegetable, or grain, to be taken off-site. All food must be eaten by the children at the site. This is to ensure the safety of the food and the food is consumed by the child. The meal pattern requirement assure well-balanced nutritious meals that supply the kind and amount of foods that children require to help meet their nutrient and energy needs. You must make sure that the meals served at your site meet the meal pattern requirement listed on the slide. Compare the menus of the meals to be served at your site with these requirements and learn to recognize incomplete meals. For a breakfast meal to be reimbursable, it must contain 1 serving of milk, 1 serving of a vegetable or fruit or full-strength juice, and 1 serving of grain or bread. A meat alternate is optional. For lunch or supper meal to be reimbursable, it must contain 1 serving of milk, 2 or more servings of vegetable and/or fruits, and 1 serving of grain or bread, and 1 serving of meat alternate. For snacks to be reimbursable, it must contain 2 food items from 2 different components. However, juice cannot be served when milk is served as the only other component. Here are some basic food safety rules to keep in mind. Bacteria can grow rapidly between 40 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, which includes room temperature. This is known as the danger zone. Avoid holding food in this temperature danger zone. Do not hold a food in the temperature danger zone for longer than 2 hours. After 2 hours, discard the food. Keep meals and milk not being served at the time in the refrigerator or cooler at a temperature of 40 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Hot meals should be in a warming unit or insulated box at a holding temperature of 140 degrees Fahrenheit or more. Remember that you cannot determine food safety by sight, taste, odor, or smell. Now let's review the do's of the Summer Food Service Program. Prepare or order only the number of meals needed. Count the meals that are received. Check the meals to be sure you have received all the menu items and that none of the items are damaged or spoiled. Note any problems directly on the delivery receipt and sign the receipt. Clean the site before you serve the meal and put up the approved non-discrimination poster. Serve the meal only during the assigned time period. Prepare and serve the meal according to state and local health and safety standards. Serve the children in an organized manner at meal times. And serve each child all menu items at one time. Count and record the number of complete meals as they are given out. Count complete second meals separately if your sponsor allows seconds. Second meals must be served as complete units. Complete the daily records in a timely manner. Encourage the children to try new foods, clean the site after the meal, and have fun. Now let's review the don'ts of Summer Food Service Program. Serve second meals until all children at the site have been served one complete meal. Serve meals with missing components unless your site is approved to serve Offer versus Serve (OVS) meals. Serve meals to parents or other adults from the community unless allowed by your sponsor. Allow any part of the meal to be taken off-site unless your sponsor allows a fruit, vegetable, grain to be taken off-site. Don't sign meal receipts until all meals are carefully counted and checked. Allow discrimination against any children because of race, color, national origin, sex, age, or disability. Forget to have each meal service supervised by a person trained in the operation of the program. Hesitate to contact your sponsor if you have concerns. This concludes our training for SFSP site supervisors. If you have any question, please contact your assigned specialist. Thank you for all that you do to fuel Oregon's future.